Good morning, everybody. So for this past semester, I've been interning at an organization called 826 Boston. It's a youth writing and publishing organization. And over the course of this internship, one question that was on my mind that I was hoping to figure out through the internship was whether or not education was going to be the right path for me moving forward. And another question that I struggled with over the course of the internship was how to know if I was really making the impact that I hoped I was making with the work that I did at my internship. And what I realized is, while there are those moments that I think that we all love to talk about in education, those moments where maybe a student comes into the room saying they hate English and they leave excited about their assignment and expressing their voice. Those moments can't be the reason that make you realize you want to stay in the field, because they are the moments that are few and far between, and when they do come, they come more easily. So they don't make you realize that all the effort and the time that you put in was worth it. And so what I want to talk to you about today are the subtler moments. I think a good example of this was the special project that I worked on this semester was leading Rubik's Magazine. It's a student publication. And I had to lead club meetings. And on my first day, I was asked to lead a club meeting. I wasn't expecting to be leading it on the very first day. So kind of jumping into things, at first I was really nervous. And I think that some of the students were reluctant to submit their assignments at first. And when we first started out, it didn't seem like they were as responsive. But I think over the course of the semester, we both built confidence together. And I gained confidence as a leader, and they gained confidence in their writing, and I saw more and more submissions coming in. One of the first things I learned at my internship was that the students who are less likely to ask for help are often the ones who need it the most. And when the students in this club that I was leading filled out their exit surveys, I found something similar. Some of the students who had been most reluctant to submit their assignments or had seemed hardest to get through at first were the ones who rated the experience as having been most impactful on them. And so what that made me realize is that just because you're not seeing your impact doesn't mean that you're not having one, and that we can't help influencing those around us, and they can't help influencing us. And so that doesn't just apply to tutoring. That's why it's important to be intentional with what you're putting out into the world. And that's why it's those small moments that made me realize that I really do want to continue in this path with education. Because impact isn't always one moment that's easy to capture. Sometimes it's looking up and realizing how far you've come.